the truth is painful.
You can't handle the truth!
Welcome to Todd's Truth. Todd wrestles with the truth. My AEW Week in Review. Tonight's episode of Dark was another good episode of wrestling. With a couple of matches that were rut-row, kind of crappy. But overall, another bunch of good, really good matches. I don't think it was as good as Dark Elevation, but it was still a really good show with some really good wrestling matches. Let's get into it. First match of the night, Powerhouse Hobbs taking on Dean Alexander. Powerhouse Hobbs is just awesome. He is so awesome. The stuff he does, oh my god. Yeah, Dean Alexander had a couple of moves, but basically Hobbs just, like Hobbs does, he ran him over. Just all power. You know, it's hard for smaller guys to beat up a power guy, and Hobbs just keeps proving that it's even harder to beat up him. So, Hobbs got the win in this match, and it's just another great match by Powerhouse Hobbs. Like I said, I love this guy. He is such a great big beast, man. Oh my god. And the way he just overpowers people and just slams them, literally runs them over sometimes. Just a great match to watch. And I love how he always says he tries to finish people off fast because he's not paid by the hour. So you gotta love that. But Powerhouse Hobbs gets the win on this one. Another good match for him. Yeah, this is one of those matches where I don't care about. I don't care about this little putz. Wearing that BLM armband. Yeah, go screw yourself, dude. Another good match for Dark Order's number 10 against RYZIN. 10 is just really good. Big strong guy of the Dark Order, their main muscle. And he's just become, oh my god, he just gets better and better with each match. And it's so cool to see him on things like Elevation and Dark, because you can see his progression as a wrestler. Where if you only saw him once a week on Dynamite, like most people only watch Dynamite, and then they're like, oh, but I'm such an AEW fan. You're not a fan of AEW if you don't watch Elevation and Dark. Because if you don't watch Elevation and Dark, you have no idea what's going on Dynamite. And to be able to see 10's progression getting better and better as a wrestler each week, I love it. It's impressive. And 10 is becoming a really impressive wrestler. Now I can see why, he was chosen for the Dark Order, because he's exactly what he needed with his power and size to help complement the rest of the Dark Order. And then adding in COLT CABANA was a stroke of genius, because COLT CABANA is awesome. And in this match, it was all 10, because he just threw RYZIN around like he was nothing. And then once 10 locks in that full Nelson, good night. He ragdolls the people to death, and then they pass out from it. So he locked that in again, locked in that full Nelson, and got the win on this match. Next match is Chuck Taylor, who is fun to watch, against Aaron Rourke. I've never seen Aaron Rourke, so I think this might have been his first appearance for AEW. But Chuck Taylor again has the size and the experience over, I believe he might be a rookie. I'm not sure, but it's the first time I've seen him on AEW, like I said. Just a good match. The rest of the best friends were out there. But Chuck Taylor got the win with his finishing move. And it's a crazy finishing move, because he picks you up, flips you over, and then drops you right on your head. So that's a hard one to get up from. So Chuck Taylor got the win on this match. Another great match. This was a better match than I expected to see. Lee Johnson, of course, you can see he came out with Cody Rhodes against Fuego del Sol. Everybody's always crapping on Fuego del Sol. It is so funny. On all of AEW, everybody craps on him. He's like the joke guy. Everybody messes with him. If you watch the Sammy Guevara vlog, everybody always picks on him. It's so funny. But he's a really good wrestler. And this match was way better than I expected it to be. I thought this was going to be Lee Johnson going out and squashing Fuego del Sol, but Fuego and Lee Johnson had a really good match. I mean, it was going back and forth, and there were a couple times there that I thought they were finally going to give Fuego the win. But at the very end, Lee Johnson reversed a reversal and got the win. So it was really good. Two great rookie guys coming up into AEW and showing that, you know, AEW can promote and build new talent, where that's something that WWE cannot do. They go out and take talent from the indies, repackage them, and act like they're brand new wrestlers that look what we did in the training center. No, they just took an already established talent, gave him some new goofy name, repackaged him, and then they act like they created that wrestler. But it's not. All they do is, you know, like AEW right now is creating new talent with a bunch of different training facilities, getting some of their fresh young talent onto AEW. And it's working out well because there's been a lot of great talent coming out now. These new young guys are looking really good. And this was another pair that looked really good. Yeah, another great match. And speaking of one of my favorite guys, Colt Cabana with Evil Uno. I don't know where Stu Grayson is. I'm going to have to look into that and see. But Stu Grayson hasn't been on. He wasn't on Elevation and he wasn't on Dark tonight. So I'm not sure why. I didn't hear anything about injuries. But I'll look into that and see why. But yeah, but Evil Uno and Colt Cabana are freaking hilarious together. They are awesome. And a pair of really good wrestlers. So the two guys that they were against, Vineesh? Sorry, I'm butchering his name. And Duncan Mitchell. I haven't seen either one of these two guys before, so I think they may be new to AEW as well. But yeah, Colt Cabana and Evil Uno just you know, rock these two guys. And the funniest thing was, after all these great, and they do some great moves together, my God. They had control of the match, I think, from the beginning and to the end. And at the end, it was really funny because Colt Cabana put, I think it was Mitchell in his finishing move, his submission move, and he got the submission, and he went to do a rollout out of his submission move to pop back up to his feet. To get his hand raised, and he didn't realize Evil Uno had laid down on the mat and just to the side of him, and kind of like was posing while he got the submission, and he accidentally kicked Evil Uno right in the head. So and then he flipped over. Oh my gosh! And he grabbed Evil Uno, was patting him on the head like, I'm sorry, I didn't see you." It was so funny. Taz and Excalibur on commentary were both dying laughing. It was so damn funny. But yeah, I love these guys. I wasn't sure about the Dark Order when they first made their appearance because it was a little rut-row wonky kind of thing. But now that I've got to see more of them and see the Dark Order, how it works, and picking up Colt Cabana and picking up Alex Reynolds and number 10 and 5 and, you know, all these different people, I really like the Dark Order now. I just wish that they would be a little meaner like they used to be. They don't have to go totally off the reservation and go crazy, but a little meaner would be great, especially dealing with Matt Hardy and his group. They need to take these guys out and just beat them, because there are more of the Dark Order than there are Matt Hardy's group. So they need to stop being nice and just pound these dudes, because they're really freaking annoying. So yeah, so Dark Order gets the win with Evil Uno and Colt Cabana in another great match. This was a David and Goliath match. Cesar Bononi and Marko Stunt. If you've ever seen Marko Stunt, you know he's about 5 feet tall. And Cesar Bononi, I think, is about 6'3" or 6'4". So yeah, this was a David and Goliath match where Goliath got squashed. This wasn't even a, I mean, he got in a few good moves. Marko Stunt is quick and he's small, so he's hard to get your hands on. So he got in a few good moves, but yeah, I mean, when Cesar Bononi got his hands on him, Marko Stunt was toast. Getting chucked like 3/4 the way across the ring, getting thrown face first into the turnbuckles. And then he tried to do a high-flying move, and Cesar Bononi caught him, got him on his shoulders, and nailed him with his finishing move. And yeah, he didn't get up. So this is the one where David loses to Goliath, and Cesar Bononi gets the win. Another good match. This whole factory thing, I've made my feelings on it abundantly clear. I think it's dumb. I think this little group is dumb, since they're supposed to be this big, powerful group, but the Nightmare family has more members. So I don't understand why the Nightmare family in force just doesn't come out and beat the crap out of them. See, why is all this one-on-one crap happening when the factory keeps attacking as a gang members of the Nightmare family, 1 or 2 on 4, or 1 on 4, 2 on 4, and instead of just coming out in force and just beating the crap out of these guys. But Nick Comoroto is a really good wrestler. He's another big dude. Can take a beating and gives a beating. It's like, he's one of these guys I want to see face off against some of the other big guys in AEW, like Powerhouse Hobbs. Oh, I'd love to see him go against Powerhouse Hobbs. The Machine, Brian Cage. Lance Archer, Miro. I think these would be amazing, great matches to have this big guy go against these other big guys and show what they can do. And but Comoroto got the win in this, and another good match. Next match of the night was Sonny Kiss with Joey Janela in his corner versus Serpentico with Luther. And this was a match that was going pretty evenly with Sonny Kiss against Serpentico. But Sonny Kiss got the momentum, was starting to take out Serpentico. Luther, this was a weird ending. Okay, Luther jumped up on the ring to distract Sonny Kiss and the referee, so he couldn't get the win on Serpentico. So I was like, oh, that's a good one. But as the referee was going to get Luther down, Joey Janela jumped up on the other ring apron and started yelling at Luther, but the referee weirdly turned his back on Luther and ran over and started yelling at Joey Janela. Yeah, this is the face I made. What? And then Luther jumped in the ring real quick and kicked Sonny Kiss right in the face. And then jumped out of the ring, and Serpentico covered Sonny Kiss and got the win. So I still can't understand why the referee was going over to yell at Luther to get down. Joey Janela jumps up in the ring apron, is yelling at Luther, or the referee, to get Luther down. The referee turned like mid-step, I swear, and turned around and went to Joey Janela to yell at him instead of Luther, who was already on the ring. So, I think this falls under another one of these, stupid referee things. Like, they're blind, they have no peripheral vision. Apparently they can't hear, and apparently they're easily distracted and will run to the newest distraction instead of the distraction that's right in front of them. So, Serpentico got the win on another stupid referee. I think I'm going to start a counter to count how many times stupid referees cost wrestlers matches. So, yeah, I might lose count on that. I don't think I can count that high. But other than the interference and the bad ending, this was a good match between these two. Here is another great match. Big Swole and Red Velvet, with Kylan King in their corner, came out to face VERTVIXEN and JAZMIN ALLURE. Big Swole and Red Velvet, good wrestlers. Red Velvet's really a rookie. She's picking up steam. I think hanging out with Big Swole has really helped her wrestling, and adding Kylan King into that mix has really only added to their group, because they've become really good. Another great match. Big Swole and Red Velvet get the win, and I don't know how, considering Red Velvet is a fairly new rookie to wrestling and AEW, but she's going to have on the next Dynamite. I don't know if it's this week's Dynamite or next week's Dynamite, I forgot. But she's going to have a title shot at the NWA Women's World Champion for their title. So that's really cool, because I didn't realize that All Elite Wrestling had that kind of a working relationship with the NWA. So that's cool, because if that's the fact, I know that Thunder Rosa wrestles for NWA too. But if that is the fact, then that is cool, because that means they have a working relationship now with Impact, NWA, AAA Mexico, and now New Japan Pro Wrestling. That is awesome. Oh my God, the fantasy bookings I can do with all of these different companies working together is incredible. I can't wait to see more of this. But yeah, on this match, Big Swole, Red Velvet got the win. Another good match. And this was another good match. Griff Garrison of the Varsity Blondes in singles competition against DEONN RUSMAN. Yeah, just another great match. Griff Garrison is another rookie coming up. And you can see him evolving every week, becoming better and better. And if you want to see some funny stuff, watch Sammy Guevara's vlog. Oh my God, I watch it every week and I die laughing every week. It is so freaking funny. He's funny. Sammy Guevara's hilarious. Man, it's just, everybody in it is hilarious. Dustin Rhodes is freaking hilarious in it. Oh my God. Cody Rhodes with his appearances. So funny. Oh, man. But yeah, it's another great thing. And to see Griff Garrison, in the singles match was really good. And he got the win with his partner, Brian Pillman Jr. out there. And the newest member of the Varsity Blondes is Julia Hart. They've added her as like the cheerleader of the group. So yeah, another great match. Griff Garrison gets the win. And this was another great match. Matt Sydal, longtime veteran wrestler. Hey, he knows pretty much most of the people in AEW. He's worked with them all, probably. His brother Mike Sydal was out with him. And this was a really good match against Marty CASAUS. This guy's awesome. He's taken some big guys to the limit. He fought Brian Cage and took him to the limit. I believe he fought Lance Archer. And some of these guys, it's like, they're big. You see him, and he goes pound for pound with these guys. It's really awesome. But, yeah. But in there against Matt Sydal with the years of experience he has, yeah. His power was pretty good, but Matt Sydal is smart and fast and the veteran. So, yeah, he was able to get the win and in this match, which is great to see, because he's got a match coming up on Dynamite against Christian. So that's going to be a good match to see. So AEW likes him apparently, and his brother Mike Sydal, I don't know what he did to piss someone off, but man, he's gotten beat up for the last 2 weeks, having to take on Powerhouse Hobbs, and then he had to take on Brian Cage. Good Lord, that's a poor guy, man. I'd be finding out whoever I pissed off to apologize to. But yeah, Matt Sydal, another great match. And this is a match because Diamante got pissed off because everybody was making such a big deal over the return of Kris Statlander from injury. And then as part of the big deal, she also became part of the Best Friends, which gave her, a status boost. And I guess her coming back, because she was out with a knee injury, coming back and getting all of this praise and, everybody, ooh, Kris Statlander, really pissed her off. So, because she says, I've been here working and busting my butt. And so she got mad and went after Kris Statlander. So they had a match. Good match. Diamante's good. She's a good wrestler, good veteran wrestler. And it went back and forth quite a few times. And Kris Statlander got the win with her Big Bang Theory. This is another match I don't care about. I really like this REKA Tahaki. Tahaki. She looks really good. I don't care about the other half of this match. And I've made my feelings very clear on this. I think it's wrong. And I think that AEW allowing this is crap. and another really good match. Angelico back from injury, back with his tag team partner, but tonight he was having a singles match, which is great to see because you don't see him doing singles work very much. Because he's such a tag team, a tag team pro. I mean, him and his partner. But it was great to see him in the singles match, and he showed what he could do, and against a wrestler who was trained in Mexico as well. And come to find out, Angelico being from South Africa, one of the places he went mainly to train was in Mexico, to learn that lucha style and the high flying stuff. And he's a big guy too. Tall. I think he looked like he was a good foot taller than Morales. But seeing them both do that lucha Mexican style is awesome. But Angelico was just on fire tonight. He got the win with his crazy finishing move. I'm sorry I forgot the name of it right now, but he locks in what looks like he's going for like a figure four, but he jumps up in the air, spins around, drops to the mat, and then locks in what looks like an ankle lock while still in that figure four hold thing he does. Crazy finishing move. I've never seen anybody do this move in the US anyways, but I guess it's a move from Mexico. But I love seeing him do it because every time you see it, you're like, holy crap, that is awesome. And yeah, he locked that in and got the submission win. Glad to see Angelico back. And this match, after seeing Luther, cheat to win the other match against Sunny Kiss, so Serpentico could get the win. This was a good match again because Brian Pillman Jr., being, of course, if you don't know, the son of Brian Pillman, legendary wrestler, and so he's a second-generation wrestler. A lot more experience than his tag team partner has, but it was great to see him again tonight. Both of them getting some singles work tonight instead of being tag team. And again, he was accompanied out by Julia Hart. Another great match. Luther is cuckoo for freaking Cocoa Puffs, though. He's a wagadoo, but he's hilarious to watch in the ring. Good match. And Serpentico tried to interfere in this match like Luther did the other one, but unfortunately it backfired on him because he did it right in front of the referee. Brian Pillman kicked him in the face. That's what should happen to you. And did an off the top rope move that nailed Luther, and he got the win. But then Serpentico jumped back in the ring and attacked Brian Pillman Jr., and him and Luther then gave a beat down to Brian Pillman Jr. Julia Hart ran backstage and got Griff, who ran out to break up the beatdown. And I think this is setting up for a possible feud. We might be seeing this next week. And also, that was not, a great thing that Brian Pillman Jr. needed right now, because on Dynamite, the Varsity Blondes have a tag team title match against the Young Bucks. So that's going to be an amazing match. And, this beatdown that he just took, I don't know if that's going to be great for him. He might be worn out to go into that match, but yeah, they got to take on the Young Bucks, so they better be at 120% because Young Bucks are going to come out and just kill these guys, I think, because they do not pull punches. So, if you enjoyed this review video of AEW Dark in my AEW Week in Review, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next review video, which will be for AEW Dynamite.